Most people don't fail because life is hard. They fail because they lack discipline. They wake up with goals, but their focus is scattered. They react emotionally to everything. They start strong, then quit when it gets uncomfortable. This is not a motivation problem. This is a discipline problem. Epictetus understood this over 2,000 years ago. He taught rules so strong. They turn chaos into control, weakness into order, and distraction into inner power. If you master these rules, your mind becomes unbreakable, and your life follows. Epictetus was not born powerful. He was born a slave. He owned nothing. No status, no security, no control over his body, yet he became one of the most disciplined minds in history. Why? Because Epictetus discovered a truth most people still miss today. Freedom is not given by the world. It is built inside the mind. And in an age of distraction, comfort, and constant noise, Stoic discipline matters more than ever. This video is not about motivation. It's not about feeling good. And it's definitely not about comfort. These are rules. Rules for mental control. Rules to build self-discipline so strong that nothing outside you can break it. Rule 1. Control what is yours. Most people waste their entire lives fighting the wrong battles. They try to control outcomes. They try to control people. They try to control the past, the future, and circumstances that were never theirs to command, and because of that, they feel powerless. Epictetus was brutally clear. There are only two categories in life: things that are up to you, and things that are not. Your thoughts, your choices, your actions, your effort, your response, these belong to you. Everything else, other people's opinions, their behavior, luck, loss, failure, success, the timing of life does not. The moment you confuse the two, discipline collapses. You become reactive instead of deliberate, emotional instead of grounded, frustrated instead of focused. Self-discipline begins the moment you take full ownership of what is yours and release the illusion of control over everything else. You don't control whether today is easy or hard, but you control whether you show up. You don't control how people treat you, but you control how you respond. You don't control the result, but you control the effort you give, and effort is enough. Epictetus taught this truth. You are disturbed not by events, but by your judgment of them. When you master this rule, nothing external can shake you. Because discipline is not about domination of the world. It is domination of the self. Rule 2. Obey reason, not emotion. Most people are ruled by whatever they feel in the moment. Anger decides their words. Fear decides their actions. Pleasure decides their habits. And later, they call it fate. Epictetus saw emotions for what they truly are. Not commands. Not truth. Not authority. Emotions are signals. Nothing more. They tell you something is happening, but they do not tell you what to do. The disciplined mind learns to pause, not to suppress emotion, not to deny it, but to separate from it, between stimulus and response. There is a moment. That moment is power. Most people react instantly. They speak too fast, act too soon, and regret it later. The Stoic waits. He breathes. He observes the feeling without becoming it. He asks, is this emotion useful or is it noise? Because calm thinking is not weakness. Calm thinking is control. When your mind is calm, your actions are precise. Your decisions are clean. Your discipline is unshakable. Epictetus warned, if you are not in control of your emotions, they will control you. Anger promises strength but leaves damage. Fear promises safety but builds chains. Pleasure promises relief but steals discipline. Reason alone sees clearly. To obey reason is to rise above impulse. To disobey emotion is to reclaim your authority. This rule changes everything. You stop being dragged by feelings and start directing your life. Rule 3. Desire less to become stronger. Modern life trains you to want more. More comfort, more approval, more pleasure, more possessions. And the more you want, the weaker you become. Epictetus understood a truth that still frightens people today. Desire is a chain. Every desire you carry gives the world power over you. If you need praise, you can be controlled by criticism. If you need comfort, you can be broken by hardship. If you need more, you will never be at peace. Excess desire weakens self-control because it places your happiness outside yourself. The disciplined mind chooses simplicity, not because it lacks ambition, but because it refuses dependency. When you desire less, you regain authority over your emotions. You stop chasing. You stop begging life for satisfaction, and something powerful happens. Want less, need less, fear less. When you need nothing, nothing can be taken from you. Epictetus taught that wealth is not having much, but needing little. Simplicity sharpens discipline. It removes distraction. It builds endurance. You eat to sustain, not to escape. You rest to recover, not to numb. You pursue goals, not validation. This is how strength is built, not by adding more, but by removing excess. The Stoic does not starve desire. He masters it. And mastery is freedom. Rule 4. Accept hardship voluntarily. Most people spend their lives running from discomfort. They chase comfort. They avoid effort. They silence pain instead of facing it. And without realizing it, they slowly destroy their own discipline. Comfort weakens the mind. It softens decision-making. It trains avoidance. Epictetus taught something radical. Do not wait for hardship, choose it. When you accept difficulty voluntarily, you take away its power. Cold trains resilience. Effort trains endurance. Silence trains self-control. Restraint trains mastery. These are not punishments. They are disciplined tools. The Stoic does not seek suffering for pride, but he understands its value. By choosing what is hard today, you prepare for what is unavoidable tomorrow. Life will bring pain. Loss will arrive uninvited. Obstacles will come without warning. The undisciplined collapse. The trained remain steady. Hardship, when accepted willingly, forges calm under pressure. It builds a mind that does not panic, does not complain, does not break. This is why Epictetus warned against comfort. Not because comfort is evil, but because dependency on it is. Hard days are not setbacks. They are training, and training creates strength no comfort ever could. Rule 5. Practice self-denial daily. Discipline is not proven on hard days alone. It is built in the small moments no one sees. The moment you could say yes, but choose no. Most people believe freedom means indulgence, doing whatever they want, whenever they want. Epictetus taught the opposite. If you cannot deny yourself small things, you will never control the big ones. Self-denial is not self-hatred. It is self-command. You say no to food not because you lack it, but because you choose mastery over appetite. You say no to comfort not because it is wrong, but because dependence makes you weak. You say no to distractions because focus is a form of power. Small denials train the mind to resist impulse. They create a pause between urge and action. That pause is discipline. Every time you deny an unnecessary pleasure, you strengthen your authority over yourself. Epictetus warned that the man who is a slave to his desires is no different from a slave in chains, but the one who can walk away from excess, from comfort, from distraction, is untouchable. This is not about deprivation. It is about choice. The Stoic eats to live, rests to recover, and enjoys without attachment. Daily self-denial sharpens the mind, cleans the habits, and builds a discipline that does not depend on mood. Say no today, so you never have to beg yourself tomorrow. Rule 6. Stop complaining immediately. Complaining feels harmless. It feels like release, but Epictetus saw it for what it truly is: training in weakness. Every complaint teaches the mind to resist reality. It tells you that life should be different, easier, fairer. And with every repetition, discipline erodes. Complaining does not reduce pain. It multiplies it. It keeps suffering alive by replaying it in words. The Stoic chooses silence, not because he has nothing to say, but because he understands that silence builds endurance. When hardship arrives, the undisciplined speak. They protest. They explain why they are unlucky. The disciplined endure. Quiet acceptance does not mean surrender. It means clarity. You see the situation as it is, without emotional noise, without resistance. Epictetus taught, do not seek for events to happen as you wish, but wish for them to happen as they do, and your life will go smoothly. This is not passivity. This is strength. By removing complaint, you remove self-pity. By removing self-pity, you reclaim control. Pain becomes information. Difficulty becomes training. Suffering becomes temporary. Discipline thrives in quiet acceptance, because the mind is no longer wasting energy on protest. When you stop complaining, you start acting. And action is power. Rule 7. Detach from praise and insults. The fastest way to lose control of your life is to hand it to other people. Praise feels good, criticism hurts, but both have the same effect. They pull you outside yourself. Epictetus warned that the moment you need approval, you become dependent, and dependency destroys discipline. When praise controls you, you start performing instead of acting with integrity. When insults control you, you become defensive, reactive, unstable. External approval weakens control because it places your self-worth in unstable hands. The disciplined mind does not rise with applause and does not collapse under insult. Why? Because discipline requires inner validation. You measure yourself by effort, by intention, by alignment with your principles, not by the noise of the crowd. Praise and criticism are distractions. Both are opinions. Both are temporary. Both disappear the moment attention moves elsewhere. Epictetus taught that if you seek praise, you give others the power to judge your worth. The Stoic refuses this trade. He listens, but he does not attach. He learns from criticism, but he does not bleed from it. He accepts praise, but he does not lean on it. When you detach from both, something powerful happens. You act freely. You speak honestly. You remain calm under pressure. No one can manipulate you with flattery. No one can break you with insult. This is discipline at its highest level. Self-command without witnesses. Rule 8. Train your mind like a muscle. Discipline is not a personality trait. It is not something you are born with. It is trained, just like the body. The mind weakens when it is left unused and grows stronger only through resistance. Most people live on autopilot. They repeat the same mistakes, react the same way, and wonder why nothing changes. Epictetus demanded daily mental training. Not once a week, not when life becomes difficult. Every day. Reflection is the gym of the Stoic mind. At the end of the day, you look inward without excuses, without self-pity, without lies. What did you do well today? Where did you act with discipline? And more importantly, where did you fail? Not to punish yourself, but to correct. Journaling is not emotional release. It is self-command. You expose weak habits to the light. You track emotional reactions. You sharpen awareness. Every honest review builds clarity. Every correction strengthens control. Epictetus taught that an unexamined life is a life ruled by impulse. The Stoic does not drift through days. He trains. He reviews his thoughts. The way a warrior sharpens a blade, daily, deliberately, without excuse. This is how discipline compounds. Small improvements, daily corrections, relentless consistency. Miss a day and weakness creeps in. Train daily and calm becomes permanent. Rule 9. Act without waiting for motivation. Most people wait. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel inspired. They wait for motivation to arrive like permission. And while they wait, life passes. Epictetus had no patience for this weakness. Motivation is unreliable. It rises and falls with mood, comfort, and circumstance. If you depend on it, your discipline will always be inconsistent. The Stoic does not ask how he feels. He asks what must be done. Discipline acts regardless of emotion. You work when you are tired. You train when you are bored. You stay focused when distraction is loud. This is not cruelty. This is duty. Epictetus taught that your role in life demands action, not excuses. A soldier does not wait to feel brave. A guardian does not wait to feel ready. A disciplined mind moves because it is right, not because it is easy. When you act according to duty, emotion loses authority. Fear becomes background noise. Laziness becomes irrelevant. Doubt becomes powerless. Each time you act without motivation, you rewire your mind. You teach it a dangerous truth. I do not need to feel good to do good. This is how discipline becomes permanent, not by chasing inspiration, but by obeying principle. Those who wait for motivation are ruled by chance. Those who act from duty are ruled by themselves. Rule 10. Live according to your values. Most people hesitate because they don't know what they stand for. When pressure arrives, they negotiate with themselves. They compromise. They delay. Epictetus taught that confusion is the enemy of discipline. Clear principles remove hesitation because they eliminate choice. When your values are firm, your actions are already decided. You don't ask what is comfortable. You don't ask what is popular. You ask only one question. Is this aligned with who I choose to be? Discipline becomes automatic. When values are non-negotiable, integrity over comfort, truth over approval, character over convenience. The Stoic does not bend his principles. To avoid discomfort, he understands that every compromise trains weaknesses. Epictetus warned that once you trade integrity for comfort, you lose both. Living according to values means consistency. Even when no one is watching, it means doing the right thing. When it costs you, when your values are clear, discipline no longer requires effort. You don't debate. You don't hesitate. You act because the decision was made long ago. This is the highest form of self-discipline, a life guided by principle, not impulse. Rule 11. Prepare for loss and discomfort. Most people are shocked by pain, as if life promised them ease. When loss arrives, when plans collapse, when discomfort appears, they break. Not because it is unbearable, but because they were unprepared. Epictetus taught the Stoic to expect difficulty before it arrives, not with fear. With clarity, when you expect obstacles, they lose their power to surprise. Mental preparation prevents collapse because the mind has already walked the path. You rehearse loss. You imagine discomfort. You accept in advance that nothing in life is guaranteed. Not your comfort, not your possessions, not your status, not even the people you love. This is not pessimism. This is strength. The unprepared mind asks, why is this happening to me? The prepared mind says, I knew this was possible. Epictetus reminded his students to treat everything as temporary, to hold without clinging, to love without possession. When hardship comes, the Stoic does not panic. He adjusts. He endures. He continues. Because collapse happens only when expectation meets reality, unprepared. Preparation builds calm. Calm builds endurance. Endurance builds freedom. Nothing surprises the mind. That has already accepted life as it is. Self-discipline is not punishment. It is power. It is not about suffering for no reason. It is about refusing to be ruled by impulse, by emotion, by fear, by comfort, by the opinions of others. Every rule you've heard today points to one truth. The strongest prison is a mind without discipline, and the greatest freedom is self-mastery. You don't need to change everything at once. You don't need perfection. Apply one rule today. Just one. Repeat it tomorrow, then the next day, and the next. Discipline is built quietly, daily. Without applause, Epictetus left us a reminder that still cuts through time. No man is free who is not master of himself. Freedom is not found in having more choices. It is found in needing less control from the world. When you master yourself, nothing outside you can dominate your peace. Nothing can force you to react. Nothing can break your direction. The world may remain chaotic, but your mind will not. And that is real power. Master yourself. Nothing can break you.